The Favor. For many years, this almost A-list actress, and that's Meghan Markle, precariously balanced herself between dating and yachting. She thought of it as dating upward, and there are perks such as lifestyle and glamour and gifts of dating upward rather than yachting in the traditional sense. It was through her willingness to straddle the line that she fit right in with an organization, and that is Soho House, that has locations all over the world to facilitate meetings between the wealthy and the attractive people who are drawn to the...
Because evidence has resurfaced of Meghan Markle's alleged, rumoured yacht girl.
Okay, sit down, grab your drink, because things are getting spicy. Colin Jost just casually dropped a bomb on Saturday Night Live, and let me tell you, it blew up the internet. One smug look, one sly joke, and suddenly Meghan Markle's name is everywhere again, and not for the reason she'd like. So what happened? During that SNL sketch, Colin threw a jab straight at Meghan that reignited an entire rabbit hole. Yep, we're talking about those infamous pre-royal yacht girl photos. You know, the ones, all glitz, sun-soaked beaches, high-profile mystery men, and way too many unanswered questions. And just like that, Meghan's past, the one she's tried so hard to bury, is back in the spotlight. Now here's the kicker. That joke, it wasn't just a joke. Oh no, Colin said that one of the terms in Trump's proposed UK trade deal was to send Meghan Markle back, but only if she deletes her entire Instagram again. The crowd roared, but anyone really paying attention? They knew exactly what he was hinting at. That line, savage, because it poked at the exact thing Meghan's tried to erase. Her old online life, the deleted pics, the vanished blog, all of it. And the internet? It ran with it. Twitter, Reddit, TikTok, all lit up like wildfire. Within minutes, people were reposting those old yacht photos, rehashing every shady connection from Meghan's pre-Duchess days, asking again, who is the real Meghan Markle? And more importantly, what's she hiding? Let's rewind for a second. When Meghan joined the royal family, she deleted her Instagram. Okay, fine. But it didn't stop there. Her lifestyle blog, The Tig, gone. Photos from her Hollywood days, poof. Friends who once adored her, radio silence. It wasn't just a social media cleanup, it was a full-on digital vanishing act, the kind even magicians would envy. So now, thanks to one joke, the past is haunting her again. And what's Meghan done? Nothing. No witty clapback, no sassy comment, no explanation, just silence. And in this age of receipts and cancel culture, that silence is loud, like deafening. Critics are calling it calculated. Others say it's proof she's hiding something. Either way, the public is not buying the silence anymore. Because let's be real, this isn't the first time the Meghan Markle fairy tale has shown cracks. People are finally saying out loud what's been whispered for years. Meghan didn't just luck into royalty. She worked hard to get there. Behind the fairy tale, a whole strategy. Yacht parties in the Mediterranean, London fashion weeks, quiet dinners with the right people. That picture-perfect royal romance? It might have been just the final move in a very well-played game of chess. And this is what's got people's eyebrows raised, because it suggests Meghan's journey wasn't Cinderella being swept off her feet. Nope, it was a mission, strategic, meticulous, ruthless even. What once looked like innocent ambition now smells more like manipulation. Let's give her credit though. She worked for her spot. From climbing the Hollywood ladder to charming the British elite, Meghan knew what she was doing. She knew how to network. She knew who to meet. But the more the image cracks, the more people are turning from impressed to suspicious. And while the storm's brewing, Meghan's camp, quiet. Dead quiet. No denials, no clarifications, just glossy photos, filtered blog vibes, and forced smiles while the internet picks apart her past like detectives on a mission. And back to Colin's joke, it wasn't just funny, it changed the energy. It was one of those moments where everyone suddenly went, wait, maybe we've been played. What used to be just Reddit gossip is now out in the open, blasted across SNL. The moment the audience laughed, it wasn't because the joke was clever, it was because it rang true. Meghan, the image, the Duchess, the icon, suddenly felt less real, less untouchable. That joke stripped away the royal glow and left just Meghan, a woman with a past she's been desperately trying to erase. And that's the heart of it. The joke worked because everyone remembers. The Instagram wipe, the missing blog, the overly staged, I'm just a simple woman who fell in love with a prince rebrand. And now, people are asking the real question, how much of Meghan's image is even real? What was once a tight, flawless PR machine is now unraveling. The internet doesn't forget, and right now, it's in full detective mode. And here's where it gets wild, because the Meghan Markle backlash, it didn't stay hidden hidden in shady Reddit threads or YouTube conspiracies. Nope, it exploded into the mainstream. Like actual news outlets, the kind that usually treat Meghan like delicate royalty, started shifting their tone. Headlines started dropping words like strategic silence, digital scrubbing, and unanswered questions. And that, my friend, is when you know the tide is turning. Even the usually soft, sympathetic media couldn't keep pretending. They couldn't ignore what was brewing, because it wasn't about the yacht photos anymore. It was about why Meghan's team has worked so hard to make them disappear. Why all the aggressive cleanup? Why the erasures? Why the total sanitizing of her pre-royal life? Now don't get it twisted. No one's mad that Meghan had a life before royalty. Everybody does. That's normal. But what's raising red flags is the extreme effort to erase that life. All the airbrushing, the filtering, the blog deletions, the vanishing acts. It's not just odd, it's suspicious. And the silence? Oh, it's making it so much worse. Even her loyal supporters, the ones who would fight dragons for her, are backing off. Quietly, slowly. They know what's coming. Public perception can turn fast, and once it does, it's brutal. And now, people are no longer seeing Meghan as the misunderstood woman wronged by the royal machine. No, they're starting to see her for what she might have been all along, a master manipulator, not a victim. But get this, the most shocking part of this drama, it's not from TMZ or some tabloid. Nope, the real fire starter is the rise of citizen investigators. Regular people, not journalists, not insiders, just online sleuths who know how to use the internet better than the palace's PR team ever could. They've been digging, comparing photos, running facial recognition, pulling geotags from old yacht party snaps, matching them with Instagram check-ins, finding connections that the media never dared to touch. It's like an online detective army, and what they're uncovering is wild. Suddenly, timelines that didn't make sense before are now adding up. Locations that seemed random are being confirmed. Guest lists from old parties lining up with Meghan's Hollywood circle. Posts that were deleted years ago are back thanks to the Wayback Machine and a very determined fan base. It's not just a digital footprint, it's a digital excavation. And the deeper people dig, the more it looks like Meghan's past wasn't forgotten. It was intentionally buried. But now, it's clawing its way back to the surface. And here's where it gets even juicier. People who used to be in Meghan's life, they're going radio silent. Former co-stars, dodging questions. Stylists and makeup artists who used to tag her non-stop on Instagram, acting like they've never even met her. Thoughtful. Weird, right? Then came the whispers about NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. Yep, rumors say Meghan made a lot of her past friends sign them, which makes you wonder, what's so damaging that you'd legally force people to stay silent? Because silence like that, it doesn't just happen. It's enforced, managed, paid for, annoyed. And the more people realize that, the more they start questioning everything. The cute speeches, the interviews, the Netflix glow, all of it. At this point, the public isn't just curious anymore, they're suspicious. Meghan's image as the sweet, brave outsider who got eaten alive by the royal machine, that mask is cracking. And behind it, people are starting to see someone very different. Because when normal people, not reporters, not palace insiders, are uncovering receipts, exposing patterns, connecting dots the media ignored, it stops being gossip. It becomes an investigation. And the internet? Oh, it doesn't let go once it's onto something. So now the question isn't, did Meghan have a past? It's why has she worked so hard to erase it? What's in those years that she doesn't want us to see? And why, when confronted with it, does she always choose silence over truth? And honestly, that silence is speaking volumes. Every day that goes by without a response, without an explanation, without any kind of accountability, it just makes the speculation grow louder. Because, let's face it, if there was nothing to hide, wouldn't she have just said so? Instead, what we get is carefully curated images, strategic appearances, and a whole lot of pretending nothing's happening while the internet explodes. And that is only fueling the fire. So what started as one line on SNL has turned into a full-blown cultural moment. Meghan Markle, once a symbol of reinvention, is now a walking question mark. The glam, the grace, the carefully controlled brand, shaking. Because public sentiment, it's shifting fast. And if things keep unraveling the way they are, then Meghan might find herself facing something no royal scandal has truly faced before. A public that's not just angry, but done pretending. Anyways, what do you think about this mess? Is Meghan hiding something, or are we all just reading too much into a joke? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I need to hear your take. And don't forget to check out the other stories for even more unfiltered celeb drama. Until next time, stay very curious.